Hello everyone, and welcome back to Daily English Conversation. Today we are going to talk about something that comes up in real conversation every single day.
And this is one of those things that sounds small but makes a big difference to how natural your English sounds. So we're really glad you're here for this episode.
Today we are talking about did you and have you. Two question forms that learners often confuse, mix up, or use incorrectly without even realizing it.
And the good news is that once you understand the logic behind each one, choosing the right one becomes much easier. It starts to feel natural quite quickly.
So let us start from the beginning. Let's talk about what did you and have you actually are before we talk about when to use them.
Did you is the question form of past simple tense. When you ask, did you, you're asking about something that happened at a specific time in the past, a finished moment, a completed action.
And have you is the question form of present perfect tense. When you ask have you are asking about experience or about something that has a connection to the present moment. The exact time is usually not important.
So already we can see the key difference. Did you is about a specific time. Have you is about experience or connection to now.
Let's use some examples right away because examples are the best way to understand this. Did you eat breakfast this morning?
Did you eat breakfast this morning? Okay, so this is asking about a specific time, this morning. I want to know what you did at that specific time today. It's past simple because this morning is a specific period and the eating is finished.
Now compare that with have you ever eaten sushi?
Have you ever eaten sushi? This is totally different. I'm not asking about this morning or yesterday or any specific time. I'm asking about your whole life experience. At any point in your life, have you had this experience or not?
So, did you is asking about a specific occasion. Have you is asking about experience across time, across your whole life or a period of time without specifying exactly when.
That's the core difference, and everything else we talk about today builds on this foundation. Specific time equals did you, experience without specific time equals have you.
Now let's go deeper because there are some situations that confuse people even after they understand this basic rule.
Let's talk about a very common situation. Imagine your friend went to a party last night. You want to ask about the party. Which do you use?
You use did you because you know when the party was. It was last night. Last night is a specific time, so you say, did you enjoy the party last night? Did you meet anyone interesting last night? Did you get home late last night?
All past simple questions because last night gives us the specific time. The action is finished and we know when it happened.
Now compare that with have you ever talked to someone you've just met and you want to know if they've ever been to your city. You don't know when they might have visited. You just want to know if they've had that experience at any point.
In that case, you say, have you ever visited the city? Have you ever been here before? Because you're asking about their life experience. You're not asking about a specific trip on a specific date.
And this is where the word ever becomes really important. Ever is almost always used with have you, not did you. Have you ever tried Indian food? Have you ever seen the ocean? Have you ever lived abroad?
Ever means at any time in your life, and that naturally goes with have you, because have you is asking about experience across time.
Now, can you use ever with did you? Almost never. It sounds very unnatural. Did you ever try Indian food sounds old-fashioned and unusual. Native speakers would say, have you ever tried Indian food in almost every situation.
So if you want to use ever in a question, use have you. That's a simple rule that will help you avoid a very common mistake.
Now let's talk about another situation that confuses a lot of learners. The situation where something happened very recently.
So imagine your friend just walked through the door and you can see they look tired. You want to ask if they have eaten anything. What do you say?
This is interesting because you might be tempted to say, did you eat? But actually, have you eaten is more natural here because you're asking about a recent action that has a connection to the present moment. You want to know their current situation. Are they hungry right now or not?
So, have you eaten anything today is asking about today as an open period of time that is still happening. Today is not finished yet, so you use present perfect. Have you eaten anything today?
But if it was already evening and the day felt finished, or if you were asking about a specific meal, you might switch to past simple. Did you eat lunch today? Did you have breakfast this morning?
So, when the time period is still open and not finished, use have you. When the time period is closed and finished, use did you.
This is such an important point. Today, as an open period still happening, uses have you, but this morning, which feels more finished and specific, uses did you.
Let's make a simple list of time words that go with did you and time situations that go with have you, because this will really help our listeners.
Time expressions that go with did you: yesterday, last night, last week, last month, last year, this morning, at that time, in 2010, 3 days ago, when you were young, when you lived there, on Monday, at the party, during the meeting.
All of these are specific, finished time periods. They all need did you. Did you see her yesterday? Did you call me last night? Did you study English when you were young?
And the situations that go with have you. When asking about life experience, when asking about something that happened recently with a present result, when using ever or never, when the time is not mentioned and not important, when the time period is still open and ongoing.
Have you tried this restaurant? Have you finished your homework yet? Have you ever lived in another country? Have you seen the news today? Have you spoken to him recently?
Notice that in all those have you sentences, there's no specific finished time, no yesterday, no last week, no specific date.
Now let's talk about what happens when you get the answer and want to ask a follow-up question, because this is where many learners make an interesting mistake.
So imagine you ask, have you ever been to Italy? And the person says, yes, I have. Now you want to know more. When did you go? Did you enjoy it? Did you visit Rome?
And notice that those follow-up questions switch to did you, because now you know the person has been to Italy, you know the experience exists, now you're asking about the specific details of that specific trip.
So you move from have you to did you as soon as you're talking about a specific occasion. The first question explores experience, the follow-up questions explore the specific details.
Have you ever been to Italy opens the door. Did you go last summer? Did you like the food? Did you see the Colosseum? Those questions walk through the door.
That's a beautiful way to explain it. Have you opens the door and did you walks through it.
Let's now talk about some of the most common mistakes, because this is really important for building confidence and accuracy.
The first and most common mistake is using did you when you should use have you when asking about life experience. Learners say, did you ever try sushi instead of have you ever tried sushi? Did you ever live abroad instead of have you ever lived abroad? Did you ever see that film instead of have you ever seen that film?
These are not completely impossible to understand, but they sound very unnatural to a native English speaker. The natural form for life experience questions is always have you.
The second common mistake is using have you with a specific past time. Learners say, have you seen her yesterday? Or have you called him last night?
Both of these are wrong. Yesterday and last night are specific finished times. They need did you. Did you see her yesterday? Did you call him last night?
This is a very clear rule. If you say yesterday or last night or any other specific finished time, you must use did you. Present perfect and specific finished past times do not work together.
The third mistake is using did you for recent actions that still have a present connection. For example, someone asks their friend, did you eat anything today, when their friend looks pale and unwell.
The more natural question there is, have you eaten anything today? Because today is still happening. The present result of not eating is visible right now. The situation is connected to the present.
So think about whether the action still has a present connection or result. If it does, have you is usually more natural.
The fourth mistake is not using yet with have you. Learners forget that yet is a very natural partner for have you in questions. Have you finished yet? Have you called her yet? Have you decided yet?
Yet means up to this moment, and that is perfectly aligned with the present perfect and have you. Did you finish yet sounds unnatural. Have you finished yet is the correct and natural form.
And the fifth mistake is answering have you questions with simple past answers in the wrong way. When someone asks, have you seen that film? The natural short answer is yes, I have, or no, I have not yes, I saw it, or no, I did not.
Although, yes, I saw it is acceptable in some situations, the most natural and grammatically clean short answer to a have you question is yes, I have, or no, I have not. And then, if you want to add details, you can switch to past simple. Yes, I have. I saw it last year and I really loved it.
So, the short answer matches the tense of the question. Have you question gets a have answer. Did you question gets a did answer.
This makes conversations sound much more natural and fluent. Matching the tense in your short answer is a small thing that makes a big difference.
Let us now talk about some specific everyday situations where you need to choose between did you and have you, because real-life situations help more than rules sometimes. Situation 1. You are calling a friend to check if they received an email you sent today.
You say, have you received my email? Because the email was sent recently and you're asking about their current situation. Have they received it or not right now?
Situation 2. You're talking to a colleague about a meeting that happened yesterday afternoon.
You say, did you enjoy the meeting yesterday? Because yesterday is a specific finished time, past simple. Did you?
Situation 3. You meet someone at a dinner party and you want to know if they have any experience with cooking Japanese food.
You ask, have you ever cooked Japanese food before? Life experience. Ever. Have you?
Situation 4. Your roommate came home late and you're wondering if they already ate dinner so you know whether to cook for them.
You ask, have you eaten dinner yet? Recent action with a present result and connection. Still relevant to right now. Have you?
Situation 5. You're talking to an old friend about your school days and you want to know about a specific teacher you both had.
You ask, did you like Mr. Brown when you were in school? Specific time in the past, when you were in school. Past simple. Did you?
These 5 situations show how naturally the choice becomes clear when you think about whether there's a specific time or whether you're talking about experience and present connection.
Now, I want to address something that comes up a lot when learners study this topic. They say, what if I'm not sure? What if I cannot decide?
And the honest answer is that in many situations, both can work, and the difference is very small. Native speakers themselves sometimes use them interchangeably in casual conversation.
For example, did you see the news and have you seen the news both work. Did you eat is understood just as well as have you eaten in many contexts.
So please don't let the fear of choosing wrong stop you from asking the question at all. An imperfect question is always better than silence.
Your goal right now as a learner is to understand the difference and start being aware of it. Over time, your brain will naturally start choosing the right one because you'll hear it used correctly so many times that it becomes instinct.
And that is truly how language learning works. You understand the rule, you practice being aware of it, you listen for it in real conversations, and slowly it becomes natural.
So don't put pressure on yourself to be perfect from day one. That's not how any language works, not even for native speakers who learned it as children over many years.
Let us do a quick confidence-building exercise before we finish. I'm going to ask you some questions in real-life situations, and listeners can practice in their heads choosing which form is correct.
First question situation, you want to ask your friend if they ever visited the city of Istanbul at any point in their life.
Have you ever visited Istanbul? Life experience. No specific time. Have you?
Second situation, you want to ask your colleague about a phone call that happened this morning while you were in a meeting.
Did you take that phone call this morning? Specific time this morning. Past simple. Did you?
You want to ask a new friend if they have any experience with rock climbing at any point.
Have you ever tried rock climbing? Experience. Ever. Have you?
Your brother came home late and you're wondering if they already ate dinner so you know whether to cook for them.
Have you eaten dinner yet? Recent action with a present result and connection. Still relevant to right now. Have you?
You're talking to an old friend about your school days, and you want to know about a specific teacher you both had.
Did you like Mr. Brown when you were in school? Specific time in the past, when you were in school. Past simple, did you? Every single one of those was correct, and I want listeners to notice something. It didn't take long to figure out the answer once you understand the basic difference.
Specific time or finished occasion means did you. Experience and connection to now means have you. Once that logic is in your brain, the rest follows quite naturally.
And the more you practice noticing this in the English you hear every day, the faster it will become automatic.
Watch English films and series and pay attention to when characters use did you and when they use have you. You'll start to notice the pattern very quickly.
Read English books and articles and notice the same thing. Every time you read a question with did you or have you, ask yourself why the writer chose that form.
And most importantly, try using them yourself. In your next English conversation, make a conscious effort to use have you when asking about experience and did you when asking about a specific time.
Even if you make a mistake, the awareness of trying will help you learn faster than any textbook exercise.
Before we finish, let's do one final clear summary that listeners can write down or remember.
Did you is past simple question form. Use it when asking about a specific finished time in the past, specific occasions, specific dates, specific events, yesterday, last week, last night, in 2019, this morning, at the party.
Have you is present perfect question form. Use it when asking about life experience without a specific time, when asking about recent actions connected to now, when using ever, yet, already, recently, or lately, when the time period is still open and not finished.
And the golden question to ask yourself is always this: am I asking about a specific moment in the past, or am I asking about experience and connection to now? Specific moment equals did you. Experience and connection to now equals have you.
That's everything you need to know to get started using these correctly and confidently in your everyday English.
Thank you so much for listening today. We hope this episode gave you more clarity and more confidence. Remember that every bit of awareness you build today is making your English better, even if you can't feel it yet.
Keep practicing, keep listening, and keep speaking. We'll see you in the next episode of Daily English Conversation.
Goodbye, everyone. You are doing so much better than you think. Keep going.